As we approach the end of the year, we look at an object received by the Longfellows as a New Year's present. The plaster sculpture was inspired by Henry Longfellow's 1841 poem Excelsior. The poem, whose title is a Latin word often translated as ever upward or still higher, tells the story of a youth who bore mid snow and ice a banner with the strange device, Excelsior. Despite appeals from the residents of the Alpine village, the boy insists on setting off to cross the snowy mountain pass that night. The next morning, his frozen body is found. A traveler by the fateful hound, half buried in the snow, was found, still grasping in his hand of ice that banner with the strange device, Excelsior. There in the twilight cold and gray, lifeless but beautiful he lay, and from the sky serene and far, a voice fell like a falling star, Excelsior. The sculpture was the work of Thomas Crawford, a New York-born artist friend of the Longfellows who spent much of his life living and working in Rome. Fanny Longfellow praised his fertility and poetry of invention, constantly devising some new form of beauty. In a time where American artists were only just starting to make impressions, Henry called their friend a true man of genius, of whom the country will be very proud. Unfortunately, Crawford died in 1857 at just 43 years of age. Shortly before his death, however, he completed his most famous work, the Statue of Freedom, which decorates the top of the dome of the nation's capital. Henry Longfellow recorded the gift's receipt in his journal on New Year's Day, 1850. Crawford sent for me a New Year's present, a little model of an Excelsior. It is the youth lying dead on the rocks. I do not like it, because it is but the body. The life and action are not there. The body can go no higher. Apparently, Henry was not the only one disappointed by the work. 4 years after the sculptor's death, his widow wrote Longfellow that she was sending you a sketch of Sappho, which I hope you will allow to replace the Excelsior, as every way worthier of yourself and your artist friend. The sketch which you had in your possession for so many years was in my estimation a failure. I have always desired and intended, could my influence avail, that something better should be made for you in its stead. Will you value it, dear Mr. Longfellow, and give it a place in your quiet studio, destroying, however, the figure which it is intended to replace? This, I think, I must beg you to do. Longfellow responded, I shall now proceed to execute your sentence of death upon the unfortunate young man with the banner, which hitherto I have not had the heart to do. Sappho shall slay him where he lies. Despite being startled by the dead youth like a ghost after seeing it in a darkened chamber, Longfellow apparently could never find the heart to destroy him. He appears again in this 1942 photograph of Henry Longfellow's grandson, Harry Dana, in a basement storage room not far from where he rests today.